Hello there.
Hello guys and welcome back to another Angry Trooper review. My name is Ryan and today I'm going to review the Star Wars Special Action Figure Set Cave of Evil 3-pack. This is a vintage collection Target exclusive and it came out this year 2019 on November 10th. It retails for $40 and includes 3 figures from The Empire Strikes Back, including Yoda, Luke, and Vader. Without further ado, let's get to the review starting with Yoda. I hate to be negative, so let's start with some positive stuff. This is probably the best likeness of Yoda I've seen in tiny plastic form, and I'm honestly not sure if there is a way they can make a better mold. Compliments aside, Yoda's robe is already starting to fray at the edges, and is made of some pretty stiff fabric, which makes it difficult to pose his tiny little arms. With the cloak removed, it is revealed that his elbows are actually on a swivel joint, which doesn't help because there isn't enough friction to keep it in the desired position. One last note is that he comes with his walking stick, but his hand is unable to properly grip it. And for a figure that looks so good, it pains me to give him a 7 out of 10, just because he can't move his tiny little limbs. Moving on to Luke, there's a lot to unpack. There is so much good, and I wouldn't say there's a lot of stuff bad, but just a few things wrong. This Luke is using the new photo-scanned face, so that means that it is an incredible likeness to Mark Hamill. And when I pass by my display shelf, I can confidently say,
Oh, hi, Mark.
unfortunately, this figure has some areas that suffer from too much articulation, and some areas that have too little. He is unable to sit properly because his knees can't quite bend that far. His arms, on the other hand, have double-jointed elbows, which makes for an incredible reach, but nothing about this is natural. Plus, the exposed joints don't look all that good. Maybe if he had single-jointed elbows and double-jointed knees, he would have a higher rating. But for accessories, he has DL44, which is expertly molded, but unfortunately cannot fit in his holster. As if that wasn't bad enough, he actually comes with 2 lightsabers, one with a blade and one without. The one with the blade has a peg, leading you to assume there would be a place to attach it. Spoiler alert, there isn't. There is a small hook on the belt, and if only Hasbro made a saber with a big enough D-ring to attach it to the belt. I tried to attach Rey's, but it just doesn't want to fit. Luke also comes with a backpack that Yoda can slip into. It actually has these very small, functional buckles. They're kind of difficult to undo though, if you don't have long nails. That's also something else to consider. All of these accessories are put to shame though, if you ask me, with the inclusion of 2 interchangeable hands. Thank you, Hasbro. This is not something that we see often at this scale, or for Star Wars figures in general. This is usually something that you see in lines like Marvel Legends, and if this is an indication of things to come, I am excited. My only complaint is that with the hands included, Luke cannot properly do jazz hands. And because this figure took several steps forward and only a few steps back, I feel comfortable giving him a 8 out of 10. And lastly included in this set, we have Vader. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the exact same figure that was released in the Black series. And that would mean that it lacks the photo-scanned face. And so when Luke is in the cave, he must be really confused when he sees him. I mean, who the heck is that guy? And quick side note, the helmet piece does not want to stay in the place that it's supposed to, click into, and it falls out quite easily. Other than that, my only complaints with this figure is that the cape is too fluffy, and this chain doesn't want to sit properly. But that's nothing new for a Darth Vader action figure. What bothers me about that is that the problem had actually been previously fixed in the aforementioned Black series. And as for accessories, Vader only has the 1 lightsaber. But what else could he really need? And it's because Hasbro did not take any risks or advance this figure in any way that I feel comfortable giving him a 6 out of 10. And that would bring the average rating of this pack to 7. All of these figures have been released before, and since Vader is a repackaged, if you don't have any of them, I would say go for it. But if you only have 1 or 2 of the figures and just want the updated Luke, I would wait for Hasbro to put him on a single card separate from the other figures. This has been another Angry Trooper review. Thank you for watching, Merry Christmas, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.